Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Reversing Glass. I'm Matt Rose, Field CISO at ReversingLabs. Today's episode is Must See Black Hat. Remember Must See TV? Well, this is Must See Black Hat. And what do I mean by that? Well, ReversingLabs is doing some really cool things. We're doing three book signings in our booth during the show hours during the week of Black Hat. Really cool stuff, but I'm not going to give it away just yet because talking about authors, and these are really cool authors, I know them and met them myself. Who are my favorite authors? I have this wealth of, technical information that I like to share. Some people think it's cool. Some people think I'm crazy, but it is. But I like a lot of different things, so I wanted to share some of the favorite authors I have and food for thought if someone wants to get out there. The first one is Michael Crichton, famous for Jurassic Park. If you want a great author or science fiction tech type stuff in a great format, Jurassic Park, Sphere, Congo, Andromeda Strain, great group of books. I highly suggest them way back to, the early 90s. Michael Crichton since passed away, but great book or great author. The second one I wanted to bring up, let's go with this one. Stephen E. Ambrose. I'm moving to a totally different type of background. Great author of World War II history books. I'm a big World War II history buff. My grandfather served in World War II, so I love to read anything. The best author, I think, for this type of stuff is Stephen E. Ambrose, and I'm big about props. Here's one of his books, D-Day, Citizen Soldier. All great reads if you like to go down that path. And then my other kind of obsession that everyone, or a lot of people, if they know me, that I love golf. Mark Frost has a bunch of historic golf books and historic softball, sports books associated with the game of golf, the history of golf. The greatest game ever played is really the introduction to golf in the U.S. And again, with props, I have this lovely picture. Let's spin it around without breaking anything. That is that same one. This is very famous from the 1919 U.S. Open at the Country Club in Brookline, and that is Francis Ouimet and Eddie Lowry, which are on the cover of the book. So if you enjoy science fiction, if you enjoy World War II history, or if you enjoy golf history, check out those authors with Michael Crichton, Stephen E. Ambrose, and Mark Frost. But who is ReversingLabs having at the booth to sign books, for a meet and greet, for a brief presentation? These are all really, really great guys that I know and very, very I'd say famous in the industry. So the first thing, we're at booth number 3034. I'll be there to present two of these authors, but we'll jump into them. So come by at booth 3034. Find us on the map or the app or however you're going around the show. Big booth, double-decker, can't miss ReversingLabs booth. So the first author we're having at the booth is Mr. Chris Hughes. He recently wrote the book Software Transparency, Supply Chain Security in an Era of Software-Driven Society. I'm going to be presenting Chris and talking with Chris on a panel. He's going to be some book signing. Chris is great. I've had him on a podcast in the past. We've met at a bunch of shows. We kind of, go in the same circles and a lot of the same thoughts on technology and evolution of technology and the problems technology solves. This one is August 9th, 12:30 to 1:30 in the booth that I just mentioned, 3034. The second book signing, this is one that's near and dear to me. Derek Fisher is going to be stopping by the booth for a presentation. I'll be presenting him as well. His book is very popular. I've seen a lot of people talking about how great it is. It's the Application Security Program Handbook, a guide for software engineers and team leaders. This is kind of, I think, the foundational book you should read if you want to understand different concepts of AppSec or technology as a whole. Great book. And again, with the props, if you can see here is the book itself. And, I know we might not be able to see it, but some bald guy with tattoos wrote the foreword for this book. Derek's a great guy, and I consider him a friend. The last presenter we have, let me bring that right back for the time and date, just so everybody has it. I'll make it a little bit bigger. This is Wednesday, August 9th from 3 to 4 p.m. So don't miss it. Get a signed book. Meet Derek for yourself. The last person we have presenting is the next day, and this is somebody that I've met through an acquaintance, but is not a friend of mine. This is Freaky Clown. If you don't know who Freaky Clown is, look him up because he'll scare the living poop out of you, if you will. He recently wrote a book called How I Rob Banks and Other Such Places. He is a well-known technologist, let's just call him to be politically correct. And he will be presenting with my friend Matt Stevenson on August 10th from 1 to 3 p.m. So we have Derek Fisher, Chris Hughes, and Freaky Clown all signing books and talking about their books and doing meet and greets in the ReversingLabs booth on both the first day and second day. And again, the booth is 3034. I know I'm super excited, and if you want some good reads while you're at the beach this summer, Stephen E. Ambrose, Michael Crichton, or Mark Frost. All different genres, all different backgrounds, just tells you what goes on in this crazy bald head of mine. Look to see everybody at Black Hat in a couple weeks. Gonna be a great time. I'm Matt Rose. Have a great day.